So progressive muscle relaxation. If you do this before you go to bed, you'll have a good sleep. What you do is you start, and just everybody sit in a normal relaxed position. Start by seeing your feet. Now, clench your feet as tight as you can for 10 seconds. As tight as you can. If they feel like they're going to spasm and hurt. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Yep, good. And relax. Good. Now we go to the next level. Now we're going to tighten our calves as tight as we can. So tighten them as tight as you can. 1, 2, 3, 10, 5, 18, 20. And relax. Good. Now, notice how relaxed your feet and your calves are right now. So what you've done is you've tightened them as much as you can. You've gotten any excess stress out of it and relaxed it. Now we're going to go up. We're going to tighten our quads and our hammies. So we're going to make them as tight as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And relax. Now we're going to go up to our pelvis. So our butt, everything as tight as we can. Make a diamond. 9, 10. And relax. There.
It's
Now
hard
we're
to
gonna
make
go.
yourself tight when you tell jokes.
I know, I'm sorry. Now the next one we're going to go to is tummy and back. So as tight as we can. And relax. Good. Now we're going to go up. Now we're going to do shoulders as tight as we can. Let's do both arms and shoulders as tight as we can. Don't pull your shoulders up though. Just hold them as tight as you can. And relax. Now, for the people who love being stressed, we're going to do the stress one for you. We're going to pull up as tight as we can, and we're going to clench our neck and our face as tight as we can. And relax. Now, right now, notice how relaxed you are. What you've done is you've fired every single muscle group. It's caused your cerebellum to actually communicate to it, and you've caused the whole body to relax. If you do this simple action before you go to bed, you will sleep better. It's that simple. Cool?
And some of those tapes they go through,
Yes, exactly.
they think of your feet and your
Exactly. It's
hands
exactly the same thing. It's
Yeah.
exactly that. And that's what they're doing is progressive muscle relaxation with that Mind Tap product, yeah. So that's an easy way. And you notice, oh, everything's feeling good now. Yeah. It's because you've stimulated your brain to look at it. You've used up any excess energy. You've done what's called an isometric contraction. If you don't work out, you may be sore. I doubt it, but if it happens, just be aware it could happen. Okay. Anything else? Cool. So that's an easy take-home one that we do. I usually don't teach it until after you guys learn how to breathe, because that's like 80% of everything.
Just breathing.
Is just being able to breathe, so that each time you breathe in. Now here's the key. Here's the key with breathing, and I'll tell you this right now. Breathing in is not healing. The breathing out is when you heal.
Should you breathe out through your mouth or through your nose?
Whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Oh, okay.
An easy way to do this, wow, deja vu. Put your hand right here on your ribs, right where the bottom, where that zygomatic arch thing is, where the little process right here. So you right where you feel the ribs. Other one on your tummy. The one touching your ribs is never allowed to move. If it moves, you're doing it wrong. Wrong. Okay, now we'll start real easy. Now most people don't want to push their tummies out because it looks bad and we look like Buddha or whatever it is. So we don't want to do that. So what we want to do, so we look all svelte and pretty, is what we're going to do is we're going to find the belly button and we're going to start by breathing out. Here's the deal though. When we breathe out, we make our belly button touch our spine. Okay, so we're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, start. Now breathe in. See how much easier it is when you do the out first? And then you breathe in for 2 seconds. The key is the ratio. It has to be a 2-to-1 ratio.
Oh, really?
In for 2, out for, in for 1, out for 2. So if you want to go a 3 to 6, a 4 to 8, a 1 to 2, that's the key. Now, if you want to know if you're doing it right, you're probably going to get tired because you're so stressed for so long. Your body goes, "Oh, it's calm down time. Let's pass out."
Sounds like a good idea.
And so the deal is if we can do this, what you'll notice, and this will let you know how stressed you are, If you do it and you just feel calm, you're okay. If you do it and your brain starts making you think of bad things that stress you out, it means you've been in a stress state for so long, your body's addicted to being stressed. It's addicted to the adrenaline, it's addicted to the cortisone, and it's addicted to the high amounts of sugar you produce when you're stressed. So if it starts going rattling around in your head, you're doing the right thing. You're just fighting the addiction of stress, and we can get you through it. It may not be a 12-step program. So let's practice. How are we going to do the breathing? So on the tummy right here, let's start by breathing out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, breathe out, okay? 1, 2, 3, breathe out. And then in. 1, 2. And then out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you feel your body starting to calm down?
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to not allow your shoulders to move and your ribs to move if you do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key, is you don't want the rib cage to move. If the rib cage moves, if you want to get into physiology, you're only using the upper 1/3 of your lungs. There's most of the bronchi and the air absorption pockets are not in that, or not bronchi, alveoli are not in that area. They're in the bottom, right
And
here.
then just go all the way down here.
Yeah, they go all the way down to the angles right up here. They're big, 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 big things. They're literally like, when we did anatomy class, they're literally like this big.
Wow. That's why your ribs go all the way
Yeah,
down there.
and when we take x-rays, you can actually see it. They're way down there. Yeah, and so the diaphragm actually is right here. Another way to do it, another visualization, is to see when you breathe in, you see that diaphragm coming down, and it's a balloon filling up, and then it's a balloon folding together. But I like the kinesthetic way. Now, another thing you have to be aware of, if you can't do it sitting, it's okay. It's harder sitting, because then you have to deal with gravity. Your brain has to deal with more factors. Do it laying first. If you can do it laying for a week, then do it seated. If you can do it seated for a week, then do it standing. If you do it standing for a week, then do it walking. When you can do it walking, that means every time you breathe, you will subconsciously breathe the right way, and you will be okay and healthy. If you can't do it when you're walking, you're still working. When you go to the gym, you start with 5 pounds and then you get to 100 pounds. When you do the diaphragm, you're going to do the same thing. When you learn how to ride, it's anything. We're just learning real quick. So don't beat yourself up. Oh, I can't do it, I'm going to quit. Okay, stay stressed. It's your choice. It's not mine. I learned how to do this. And personally, what happened to me is my hands warmed up. My hands have been cold for the last, 34 years of my life, 35 years of my life. I had stress so bad, I was diagnosed with what's called Raynaud's syndrome or Raynaud's syndrome. And what that is your body overreacts when it doesn't need to. So when I was a young kid and they were trying to take blood from me, my vessels constricted and wouldn't let them find them because I was so stressed out. That's a stress response. That's an oversympathetic tone, overstressed tone. So when you do it correctly, your body will relax, your hands will warm up, your body will heal, the organs will heal, everything will heal.
So if your hands and your feet are cold, then you're chronically stressed.
Yes. And if they're dry, even more. And if you have tight shoulders, even more. And if you have high blood pressure, even more. And if you have diabetes, even more. And it just goes along. And and here's the thing. We know stress is what's causing it, but it's as simple as learning how to breathe correctly that can change your life. It's really that simple.